Adam is a creator who dedicates his channel to all of his passions, often posting videos about bushcraft, firearms reviews, and even singing. But his most popular content comes from his wilderness adventures, where he builds shelters and spends the night camping in the wild. In this particular video, however, he ran into a bit of danger while out on a trek through the forest.
Today we're going to explore some part of the wilderness that I've never explored before. If you guys have watched my channel for any length of time, you know I like, exploring the woods. But last summer, a logging company came in, and they must have got a pretty large wood permit because they cut about a 15-mile logging trail to do the logging in a part of the woods I've never explored, or I doubt many people have explored, because it's just so inaccessible. So today we're gonna go out there to that logging trail, and I got the all-wheel drive vehicle. We're gonna go as far down the trail as we can, and then we're gonna go explore the woods.
He eventually arrived at the forest, parked his car, and from there began his hike into the wilderness.
Beautiful country here. So we're gonna keep hiking. Got the map, and we're gonna get the high elevation because there's a lot of swampy areas here. So we're gonna try to hit high elevation and hike through this as high as we can. So let's get busy. Been going for about an hour now, and getting a little tired, so I think I might take a break, eat a snack, and then head back.
And so he did. He stopped near a fallen tree and lit a small fire to take a closer look at the map he had brought with him. But little did he know, something was watching him from the forest, slowly closing in. This is when things took a scary turn.
Right now I am over here somewhere. I'm off the map, so I'm gonna have to get back into my this is really hard to see in the camera, guys, but I'm gonna have to get back into my topo map area so I can again use terrain association to get some of these higher spots to come back to where I'm going. I do have a compass, so if worse comes to worse, I'll just head in the direction of that logging road, and we'll take that road. Sorry, battery died there. So I do have another okay, I'm gonna get moving here. All right, so I'm gonna get moving, guys. I'll check in with in a little bit, okay? Hey, Jesus. Go, get it! So I'm pretty sure I know where I'm at. I got good sun here, so I'm not going back the way I came. I'm going south, and I'll hit the logging trail, and I'm just gonna f the logging trail to wherever I parked, which should be, I'm on the trail, it should be east of where I'm at right now. I'm not even gonna try to go back the way I came. Guys, I've never had that happen before. I mean, I saw him, and then he was gone, and I was good to go, and I was kind of backtracking a little bit, but staying quite a distance from the way I came in. And then I had a little fire, and then I heard some shit, so kind of packed up there, and then I thought it was just a wind, so I was just taking my time, and then I turn around and he's there. So we a couple warning shots on that motherfucker. And that did it. I mean, you shouldn't do warning shots on a bear because they get desensitized to it. So you're not supposed to do that. But I've never been stalked or followed before on any hike. I mean, they're the first.
Fortunately, the bear got scared and turned back, running the other way. The encounter was even caught on camera for a few seconds, and from what Adam said, it seemed the bear had been approaching aggressively. He fired some warning shots, which, in some cases, can make a bear more aggressive, but this time it worked and scared it off. This is why it's so important to always have some form of protection with you. You never know if you'll encounter a bear in a bad mood, and being able to defend yourself can make all the difference. During the encounter, he hurt his arm a little, but it wasn't serious. I mean, it could have been much worse if the bear had reached him. He left the area immediately afterward, and this is also a reminder to always pay attention to the sounds around you. Sometimes it's something out there that could be dangerous. Connor Hobbs runs a channel where he shares videos of himself hiking mountains, camping, and surviving in various wilderness locations. His content is always high quality, and some of his adventures are extremely intense. In this particular video, however, something happened that could have been very dangerous under different circumstances. He had planned a 3-day trip along Canada's northernmost highway, aiming to test the reliability of his 1992 Toyota 4Runner while camping in a tent in sub-zero temperatures. At the start, everything seemed to be going perfectly fine.
We're just coming into Tombstone Territorial Park here, and it looks way crazier in the snow. Absolutely beautiful. We're gonna have to find some wood for my wood stove that we're gonna camp in tonight. And I'm gonna try the campsite first, and if that fails, then we're gonna have to cut it down a tree before we run out of trees. I don't know how sparse trees get up in the Arctic, but I guess we're gonna find out.
The first day went smoothly. He drove up the highway, set up camp in his heated tent, and the night passed without any issues. The next morning, he woke up, packed up, and hit the road again. But this time, he found himself in a bit of a sketchy situation.
I've been thinking about when I'm gonna turn around or where I'm gonna camp. There's not a single tree around here. It's bitter cold. So, I'm gonna turn around here. There's no point in going further north. It's just gonna be flat. This is the last mountain range until we get like way north, but you have to cross a ferry over the Mackenzie, which the Mackenzie's gonna be frozen soon. So the ferry won't be able to run, if it's even running right now. So not really worth the hassle of going up there and possibly getting stuck either after the ferry or before the ferry. So yeah, we're gonna turn around here. We're gonna find a place to camp. Look at how far north we are. Whoa.
While trying to find a spot to spend the night, he drove off the main road to stay away from any potential people nearby. And that's when things went very wrong. On a snowy off-road path, he spotted a patch of frozen water ahead and decided to drive over it, thinking it wouldn't be deep. Unfortunately, that decision led to a serious problem.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Oh my god, guys, we really just fucked up. No. No, 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 no. Okay, we need to build a rope system to get out of here. We need to build a rope system. Alright, I'm gonna get... This is officially the most retarded thing I've ever done. So retarded. So retarded. So stupid. There's probably water getting in the fuel tank now. We're gonna have to get out some rope stuff. I got a beefy rope. Well, I can officially say something has gone wrong. Oh my god, there's like an inch of ice. Fuck. Dumbass! So dumb! Oh man, I'm so dumb. How am I gonna get myself out of this one? This is f***ed up. It's kind of working. I feel like it's like self-tensioned right now. This is f***ed up, man. I'm gonna try to get the axe out.
He tried to get the vehicle out himself, but he wasn't really successful. Now, if this had happened in a more populated area, it wouldn't have been such a big problem. But remember, this took place in a remote location with below zero temperatures. He was lucky that he wasn't too far from the main road, so he decided to walk there to try and get some help.
This guy's stopping, oh boy. I f***ed up, man, I'm stuck over there. I broke through some ice. Yeah, I know. Could you tell somebody in the next town? I need a winch or something, like a come along or something. Yeah, it's sunk into the back, broke through some ice. All right, thank you. Okay. All right, he's gonna call in the squad.
After waiting for a while, a single truck finally appeared, and fortunately, it stopped. The driver told Connor that he would try to send help and then drove off. With no other vehicles in sight, everything now depended on that truck driver. Connor returned to his car, realizing there was no way to know when help would actually arrive. He set up his tent and a small stove to keep warm for the night, while the freezing water around his car made it impossible to get it out. He smoked a few cigarettes to pass the time, then crawled into his tent to try to get some rest.
Woo. Well guys, it's not exactly how I was planning on my day going. My ship. There's nothing you can do but laugh, I guess. Good night, baby. Hopefully the fuel tank isn't full of water. And we can get it out tomorrow. Alright guys, check out the setup. We got the stove going. We've got a peace offering for any wolves that might come this way. They'll go for the canned food first. Right? Now that's just there to hold down the outside of the tent so it doesn't flap around and so air doesn't just waft up into it. And inside, oh, it's nice and warm in here.
The next morning, he finally saw a truck approaching in his direction, and luckily, they were there to help.
Oh yeah, just my campsite here. Not a problem. Did you hear about me from Eagle? Did somebody let you know that I'm stuck out here, or you just... Yeah, I've like sunk my back tire through the ice over there. So the front end is sticking out, but the back end is like below water.
Is there lots of ice there?
No, so just... Here, I can show you. This part's like kind of swampy, but it's pretty frozen solid here. All right, so those guys are headed back to Eagle to get the grader. They were pretty stoked on my tent. They said if they get me out, they're keeping my tent. I think they're joking, but...
Okay.
All right.
It's on ice, so it's not gonna hurt nothing.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, put it in here, bud. We're actually fired up right now. Dry everything right out.
Yeah, whatever I did with the keys. Get out, guys, we're running. Got some water on the floor. Absolute legends over here. Yanked me out. Holy shit. I thought we might lose her there.
This was the ultimate test of reliability. The car still started up even though almost everything inside was wet. Now, imagine if something like this had happened in a truly remote area where it would have taken miles of hiking through snow and ice just to reach civilization, or worse, if there was no civilization nearby at all. That could have been disastrous, but thankfully it wasn't the case. The truck driver deserves all the respect for keeping his word and sending help to Connor. This situation really shows how important it is to be prepared whenever you head into the wilderness. In this case, a winch on the vehicle would have helped a lot, which makes it a must-have for off-road vehicles. It's also crucial to let someone know where you're going, so that if you don't return on time, they'll know where to find you. It was a crazy situation, but Connor could still feel reassured knowing help was possible. Most importantly, nothing happened to him and he got assistance quickly, a reminder that preparation and caution can make all the difference. Metro on the Move is a YouTube channel focused on backpacking and hiking trails across the United States. His videos are very educational and well made, but in this particular one, he captured something that, once again, could have ended very badly. He was camping in the White Mountains along with several other hikers. It was close to morning when he was suddenly woken up by something hitting his tent. It didn't take long for him to realize that a bear was outside, and it was actively going after his tent. He immediately started screaming, trying to scare it away, and luckily that worked. At least at first. The bear backed off, but it didn't leave the area completely. That's when he grabbed his camera and started recording. Take a look.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, dude. I just got attacked by a bear out here. Oh my god, dude. It's got a claw mark in it. Holy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Good morning.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
It's up here too.
That's on my tent, dude. It attacked my tent. Oh my god.
Look at the pole.
Yeah. Bear attacked my tent.
Right where?
Bear! Oh my god.
He's right there, just next to you. That's me. Behind you.
Yes. No running.
No, I'm getting in the light. Oh, there he is.
Get out of here, Bear.
There he is.
Hey!
Get away.
Go!
Oh my gosh, dude.
Eventually, they managed to scare the bear away, but it's still terrifying how suddenly it decided to attack. It's unsettling to think about what could have happened if the bear had fully torn through the tent and reached him. Thankfully, he wasn't alone. There were several other campers nearby, and their presence likely helped intimidate the bear and push it to retreat. As for the guy who got curious, walked into the darkness to see where the bear was, and then had to run back, that was incredibly dangerous. That kind of move could have easily triggered another charge or escalated the situation. In the end, nothing serious happened, just a few claw marks on the tent and an intense story to tell. And honestly, it's one he can share with pride, because surviving a bear encounter like that is no small thing. Now, if you got here, that means you like what you're seeing, right? So how about hitting that subscribe and like buttons, and if you truly enjoy it, you might as well hype the video and click the bell icon to be notified when I post. Also, take a look at this awesome merch. Maybe you'll like something. In 2018, a YouTuber named John uploaded a video to his channel Lost Lakes, where he shares his backcountry camping and wilderness survival adventures in the Canadian wilderness. He had recently gained a lot of popularity thanks to the high quality of his videos. This particular video was filmed at around 3:30 a.m. in a remote location west of Chapleau, Ontario. According to John, there was no cell phone signal in the area, and that night he was suddenly woken up by something walking near his campsite.
Well, I am living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night. I woke up at 3 a.m. and just couldn't sleep. And then around 3:30, I started to hear this pacing sound. And 45 minutes later, it's still pacing around out there. So I'm gonna talk it out with the GoPro and maintain sanity, and maybe the talking will make it go away. I think I may have left it in the car. So while I'm tempted to hop out and get in the car, turn on my headlights, that's not an option right now because I'm an idiot and I can't find my key. And the pacing continues. It's all gravel here. This is a kind of a boat launch for this little lake here. So I can hear everything on the gravel. I can hear all the footsteps, but anyway, the talking isn't making it go away, but it hasn't made a move toward the tent yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's just curious, and maybe it's biding its time for an attack. I don't know. But anyway, if you're a solo camper, these are some good ways to keep your sanity.
Since he was camped in a remote region widely known for its high black bear population, there's a strong chance the presence outside his tent was a bear, or at least another sizable animal. Although attacks on campers aren't common, they're not unheard of either. As you've already seen in the previous example, animals like moose or even wild cats can become dangerous if they feel cornered or disturbed. And when you're inside a basic camping tent, there's very little standing between you and a 600-pound animal if it decides to push through. At the same time, encounters with other people in isolated areas are statistically more frequent than wildlife attacks. Still, the sound of the footsteps didn't quite resemble something human. Trying to keep himself composed, John went over the equipment he had brought along for safety, including a hatchet, bear spray, and an air horn. He also mentioned that his car was parked just outside his tent, but he couldn't locate his key and suspected it might have been left inside the vehicle, which would have made a fast escape nearly impossible. Thankfully, nothing further happened that night. He eventually managed to rest, and by morning, whatever had been circling his tent was gone. To this day, he still doesn't know what was out there in the darkness. While exploring a dense forest, a YouTuber came across something that felt completely out of place. An old landline telephone tucked away between the trees. Curious, he lifted the receiver, and what he heard on the other end created an instant sense of discomfort. The area he was exploring was believed to be connected to Bohemian Grove, a secluded private club that meets annually in the wooded hills of Monterey. Because the gatherings are closed to the public and protected by tight security, the location has long been surrounded by speculation and conspiracy theories. Very little is officially shared about what happens during those meetings. The creator, known online as Dancer, claimed he had managed to access the property on multiple occasions to document what he saw. In his videos, he showed cabins that seemed secured from the outside and spoke about an uneasy feeling that hung over both the buildings and the forest itself. Scattered throughout the area were various unusual constructions, some resembling rustic lodges, others looking more industrial, with no clear explanation for their purpose. However, the most unsettling moment came when he discovered that hidden phone in the woods, its presence alone strange enough. But the sounds coming through the receiver made the experience even more disturbing.
Looks like they're doing construction on the road. Here's an AED. Oh, there's no AED in here. That looks like a poisonous spider. You, dude. Hello? Huh. All right. Phone will ring in hospital and security. Well, I should have read that before I touched it. I might have just blown my cover. I am fucking stupid.
After picking up the phone, he couldn't shake the feeling that he might have triggered some kind of alert and feared that someone could discover him. At the time, no one appeared, and he continued posting videos as usual. But nearly 2 years after uploading that video, something unusual arrived in the mail. A letter addressed specifically to him, with a message that was both strange and unsettling.
I did get a letter in the mail from San Francisco, California. Bohemian Club, Weaving Spiders, coming out here, San Francisco. Dear Mr. So-and-so. It's the real mail, guys. It's crazy. It is our information that, in spite of the private nature of the Bohemian Club, you have made unauthorized entries into the Bohemian Grove, and that while you were on the property, you took unauthorized video recordings of the Grove and events happening at the Grove. We also understand that you have posted these unauthorized recordings on various social media sites. The Grove is the private property of the club and is available only to members of the club and invited guests and the club's employees and contracted service providers. No one else is allowed to enter the Grove, and there are many posted signs around the perimeter of the Grove declaring that it is definitely private property and prohibits trespassing. The purpose of this letter is to demand that you terminate immediately the dissemination via social media or otherwise of these unauthorized recordings, and that you cease and desist from any future dissemination or transfer of these unauthorized recordings in any manner.
Although the full contents of the letter were never made public, the consequences were evident. He was reportedly asked to remove all footage related to Bohemian Grove from his channel, though strangely the videos remained online. It's unclear whether he had set them to private and later made them public again, but what happened afterwards suggests that this may have had a real impact on his life. About a week ago, he uploaded a video titled "Thoughts on Suicide," which sparked concern among his community. In the video, he doesn't mention the letter at all. Instead, he discusses his struggles with isolation, neglecting self-care, depression, and other challenges that gradually led him to contemplate suicide. Many viewers speculated in the comments that his struggles might be connected to the night he picked up the mysterious phone and the day he received that unsettling letter, a link that is worrying to consider. While he assures his audience that he's feeling better now, it's impossible to know the full story behind his mental state. All we can do is hope he continues to improve and stays safe. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. You can also turn on the bell so you'll get notified whenever I post. And if you want to keep watching, click on one of the videos on the screen. I'm sure you'll enjoy those too.